go. Let's go.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Williams. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got it. Yard up to the 40.
All day, baby,
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9. At the 40.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. Rodgers now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 39, Jackson. Short throw underneath to Hurst. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. Now it's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 35. Here's Jackson to throw. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. Tucker's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
This will be fielded at the 6. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Ingram. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson, now he'll let it go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. First possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's 2nd down. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
From the 27, Rodgers. He he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jalen Ferguson, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers going to throw. He's got the hook up to Lazard, and he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Rodgers. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there, getting him the first.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to air one out. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Rolling to his right. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on 4th. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go. This is hard. Pretty quiet. We're pretty quiet.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson flushed out right. Now, and I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33. Jackson now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry.
Defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Don't get nervous.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
All right. Check 3. Check 3. Check 4. Check 4. Inside.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run it with Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete. It was Darnell Savage that time who was able to knock it away. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. 4th down. Here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. Touchdown, Packers. Allen Lazard, 56 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable, but do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense, but that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Rodgers throwing here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. So